Unlimited edition.
Welcome back to another episode of the Black Sheep Podcast. I am your host, Tashiba Smallwood. And if you haven't had an opportunity to like, comment, or subscribe to all our social media platforms, please do so. And if you would like the Black Sheep to come to a city near you, or if you would like to be on the Black Sheep Podcast, be sure to DM us or email us at theblacksheep@gmail.com. Listen, guys, it is always a pleasure for me to have a young person come on the show and be willing to talk through their trauma, not only just on the show, be willing to work with me personally in addressing the trauma. Is very important for me, guys. And today we have another beautiful young lady here. Her name is Miss Mariah Bell. How are you? Thank you for
I'm
coming.
good. Thank you for having me.
Thank
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you. Listen, it was blessing to be able to begin a healing journey with you through some of the things that you've been through and start kind of like pulling back some of those layers. It's so important. I really love the young people, and I want them to be able to address their trauma early. You know, we can find them or get them in a place where they can kind of jumpstart some of the things that they're going through in that present moment or what they've been through. Is very important for me to kind of start it early if I can and kind of start to lead and guide them on a better path.
Yeah.
Instead of having to live with it a long time like I did, right? And hey, no shade to myself or any other adult, but the earlier the better. And today on this episode, we want to talk a little bit about for you. You've been through a lot of community violence, um, and that goes on in probably everybody's neighborhood, and it's a big thing. It's a lot that a lot of us don't talk about it, whether it's because of being associated with a gang sometimes or just the fear of whatever may have happened to you at that time. And so you had an experience here and you asked to come on and share your experience. So, but before we go into the experience, you've been in a place where you've been silent about a lot of things. And how did that your silence? What was that experience like?
Um. Well, I don't know like how to explain it because it's different for everybody. So, like, everybody's silence looks different. So
Yeah.
mine was more so just like isolated, like just doing my own thing. Like that just meant I was gonna do my own thing, like
Mhm.
because I felt like nothing, like it didn't matter because I didn't have no say so anyway. So I might as well,
Right.
if I'm not feel like I'm getting the help,
Yeah.
basically. If
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Right. And so in dealing with our silence, right? Obviously silence comes from a lot of traumatic experiences. That's not the only way that we're silenced, but I hear you say you did your own thing. Is that the way you dealt with it? Just by just
Yes.
feeling like you're gonna do your own thing?
I would say no because I feel like I don't know, like I don't know how to explain it. Like my silence kind of came from family, so then like I found me when I did my own thing, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. So it took me to be like, okay, like don't look at it like that. Like make the best of it here
Hmm.
and figure out what you're gonna do next,
Right.
basically. And then I had, my two friends to help me. Like them was the two realest people that I had in life, like ever. So
Right.
yeah,
Right. So it sounds like for you, you went through an experience where no one was listening to you, or no one cared enough. And so, do you remember how you felt in those moments?
just like would say alone, but like you're just surrounded by a lot of people,
Mhm.
like, but you could still feel alone, like,
Yeah.
and not in like this old lonely like sense, but just more so like, what's the problem? Like, what's so wrong? Like,
Yeah.
what am I doing so wrong? was so bad. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, because it seemed like everything, like, when it just came to me, it just blew up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was like okay, what's really going on type
Right.
of feeling.
So when you don't have no one to talk to, and then when you do talk, it seemed like
I'm the problem.
right. So, and obviously that probably made you stay silent. Would you say?
Yeah.
So if that made you stay silent, why'd you stay? Did you just always feel like you were the problem?
I mean, I know sometimes I can blow up. I can blow up, and not in a bad way. Anybody does.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the times, no. Like, most of the times, I'm sticking up for me. I'm always stick up for me.
Right.
At the end of the day, because who else gonna do it?
Yeah.
So I'm always stick up for me. And if that feel like I'm the problem, then that's just what that's gonna have to feel like.
Right. And so obviously it sounds to me that you've tried times where you wanted to break your silence
Yeah.
on the things that you've been through. And I don't know what your relationships with your parents are. Did you try breaking your silence with them?
Yeah. And then that caused problems, and I don't know, like, I'm not gonna get into all that, but yeah, that caused problems.
Right.
And like, just put me in a very low state,
Mhm.
like a very low state, because if you don't have your parents, then who you got?
Yeah.
So, that like left me to turn to other things, like the boy that I was talking to at the time. You
Yeah.
feel me? So then that was, you feel me? So I'm not living at home no more at that point. It's just me. It's just me and now this new environment, because I'm not at my house. So this new environment, this new outlook on everything, these new people, like, you feel me? It's just new stuff, like, all around. So yeah.
And to hear that you're not at home no more. You're just 17 today, so
I don't know. I'm 19.
oh, you're 19
Yeah.
today. Okay.
Yeah. So this was when I was 16.
When you were 16.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So that's still a very young
Right.
age to be
Right.
away from home, to
Right.
not have your parents there to be with you. But since you've been able to experience the freedom of finding your voice, and here on Black Sheep, that is very important to us. We encourage people to find their voice. Find your voice and use it. So since you've had some experience on finding your voice, how freeing has that been for you?
A lot. I feel like, I don't know. A lot. A lot. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I'm just, like, I don't know. I could just be me. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just me. I'm just loud, me, turned up all the time. Like, I'm just me. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, when you see me, you're going to know I'm coming. Like, I don't care if you're having a bad day. Fix your day. Smile. Like, that's just me, though.
Bringing a good energy.
Like, sad and turned up. Like,
Yeah.
mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So tell me this, as a young person, what do young people need right now to be able to have a breakthrough and have the freedom of being able to talk? What do you think they need?
In all honesty, I feel like they need something like this. Like I just met you. You feel me? This is new to me. Like, so I feel like they need something like this. Like, they need a platform. They need people who want to talk to them, because everybody has a story at the end of the day. So I feel like, the more the world go on, I feel like it's just geared towards like money. You feel me? Like, what can I get? Like, well, if I do this, then I could get this, or if I do this, then this gonna bring this. Like, I feel like that's really how it's geared these days. So I feel like something like this, like something that want to talk to young people, and then, because not in a bad way, it's young people that's having it too. Like, so I feel like a platform like this, like somewhere where they could share their voice, or they could, you feel me? Just be them, I guess.
And you talked about this being, our first, not our first interaction, but having this interaction with me and this being a safe space for you. How important has that been for you? That's the first question.
I feel like it's been very important. It's been very important, especially because I'm not enjoying my time out here. So I feel like it's been good. Like, I feel like it's been, like you said, a safe space. Like, just chill, like good vibes all the time.
Right. How would you encourage another young person to find a safe place?
I feel like you'll have to be open, or not even open, because sometimes it's hard to be open. Just I don't know, cause like I don't know. I feel like I'm different. Like I don't know. Like I could read
Tell me how
people
different you are.
because I could read people most of the time. Like not like that, but like I could read people. I'm going off of energy, so I feel like the place where you feel the safest at, like where it's like no doubt. You feel me? Like, and it don't matter where that place is. It could be uncomfortable to other people, but it don't matter because that's your safe. That's your safe place. So I feel like wherever you feel comfortable at, literally wherever you feel the rawest at.
Right. Do you have a safe place
Um.
outside of this platform?
Yeah. I mean. Yeah. Yeah. With my friends.
Okay.
Yeah, with my two friends.
So make sure, friends, even in our safe space, that we are encouraging the right things, right? It is easy to encourage negativity because we get passionate about our friends, the people we love, right? And so we won't realize that we've encouraged the wrong thing, right? And
Wait, not these friends though.
no, I'm just saying
Okay.
any friends. I'm just
Okay.
telling all our
Yeah.
listeners.
Make sure.
Make sure you have the right friends. That, to me, accountability is very important. We want to make sure that we have the right friends that can help hold us accountable,
Real
but also
friends.
encourage the right things and help us see a different perspective of things, right? Because sometimes when we're in something, we only can see one thing, right? Or we only can see what was what was wrong.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
It's a situation.
yeah. So we have to be willing to open our mind, young people, because the young people got it bad. Oh, the young
Okay, but hold on, because not like that. Like, okay, y'all think we have it bad, but sometimes it's not like we have it bad. It's not that we're not seeing the wrong,
Mhm.
because most of the time, well, yes, most of the time we see the wrong, but sometimes people just try to put just your wrong out there. Like,
Okay.
no, if you want me to take accountability, I'm taking accountability, but you have to take accountability too.
Okay.
Because it's not just me. It's
Right.
not just one side. You feel me? Like it takes two to tango. So it's not just one thing. Like everybody has to take accountability. Everybody has to, you feel me? Like
Right.
man, up, woman up, whatever you want to call it. Like I don't know.
And so with accountability, guys, I mean, for me, it's, the definition of the word, you got to take fault in your own part in something, right? That's very important. Sometimes it's hard for us to see, or it's challenging for us to see when we've done something wrong, or how our response to a certain thing has escalated a situation, right? So we got to make sure that we are aware. And young people, it is okay to be accountable and be honest with yourself.
Yes, we need more accountability, honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly. Y'all need to take accountability. Real shit.
Yeah. And don't encourage the wrong things. So as we begin to walk down this journey, it's obviously that you have been a black sheep, not only just in the community, but in your own home, right? And guys, I just want people to embrace that. It is okay being a black sheep, being who you are, um, accepting our challenges and the things that we've been through. And so part of your story has been, we talked about community violence and some of the things that has happened to you that was very traumatic for you. Could you tell us about that experience and what happened?
Um,
Come on.
I don't know. It was okay. It was my birthday. I was at my friend's house, and our other friend I'll tell you about that passed. Yeah, came and got us basically. We went to the store. We're gonna go get some woods. What kids do. We're gonna go get some woods. So we go to the liquor store, whatever, and then some niggas walk up. You feel me? I guess they said something to my friend, but she ain't say nothing because I feel like, I feel her on that. Like, what am I gonna say to you? Not in a bad way. Like, if you don't know me like that, I don't know you like that. What am I supposed to say to you? So
Yeah.
I felt her on that. So then she just got in the car. We was getting ready to leave. But he pulled in that day. He didn't back in. So when we getting ready to reverse, another niggas just started shooting at the car. So,
Oh, wow.
right. So we still trying to, you feel me? We still trying to get at it. And then, yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, we still trying to get out of there. Then, you feel me? It just went how.
so from that experience, everybody, they start shooting at you, your homegirl, and your guy friend that's with you guys. And what was the what else happened in
Like, to me, like,
what
we
what
heard him, like, he said, I'm hit, I'm hit. We heard him, but, like, it was still so quiet. It
yeah.
was quiet. Like, we heard, like, we heard first couple shots, and then after that, it was quiet. Like, and I talked to her to the fact, like, she like, yeah, it was quiet. Like, I'm like, yeah, it was just quiet. Like, but we heard him. Like, it was like all we could hear was him. You feel me?
Yeah.
But nothing was being said. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
Mhm.
Nothing was being said.
Right.
He said I'm hit, but then like nothing was. It was just like a
Slow motion type.
yeah. Like we have to go. We still have to like. We got to get out of here.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Were you able to get out of there? Obviously, you were. You're here
Mhm.
today, but was he able to continue to drive to get you guys out of there?
He drove. He drove like to like the bottom of where it was at, but he had our yeah. So
Okay. Um, in that experience, did you? What happened to you? Take your time.
um, I don't know. I got shot like sometime in between there.
Okay.
The time my friend had opened the door, which like unlocked the rest of the doors. So then I had just like seen like that light. So then I opened the door too, got out. But I didn't know I was hit or nothing. We was still by the car, literally like.
Mhm.
And then they were still shooting. We went to like the bottom of the hill, but he's still driving the car down like the bottom
Yeah.
to the bottom of the hill. So we're like in the street at this point, like damn near getting hit by cars, coming by hella shit, like
Yeah.
there's hella shit going on. So
Right. And you're a survivor of a gun room. I'll give you a moment, kind of talk a little bit, but you're a survivor of a gun room, being hit in the face with a bullet, um, and still being able to survive that, being alive today, unfortunately, still losing a friend in that situation. I'm sure is very significant. To be that close to death is just a whole traumatic experience itself. That's something that we have to start kind of pulling back the layers on and doing the work for. But it saddens me that we, as humans, we are afraid of rejection. When I listen to your story, I see a man that's whoever this young man was,
a damn
you know, being rejected,
rapper.
mm, being rejected, not being okay with being rejected. And so ultimately, that's a self-esteem issue that ultimately led to wanting to be violent with ladies. And another young man, it didn't have to come to that at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And so I listened to you describe this experience, and I understand uh, how hurtful that is. How did you have that experience changed how you just move in your day to day?
I would say yeah, cause I moved from the place, so I would say yeah, 'cause I moved from there, and like you feel me, like I just like start doing different shit, like I did this like electrician class, basically like stuff to better me, like put me forward, but it was really stuff that I was using to distract me, like so I didn't have to
Wasn't that you was passionate about?
yeah, so I didn't have to sit in it, so I didn't have to you feel me? Like
How has that experience being shot and it being from um, a man, does that affect your relationships, your personal relationships with men or
um
young men?
I feel like yeah. Yep, I feel like I don't want to talk. I don't want to do nothing. Like I just want to. I don't know. I don't want to say it like that, but I just want to chill. Like I just want to chill. Like I don't know. And then I feel like I don't know. I feel like you get shot there, everybody trying to pull you out, play you out, type shit. Like I don't know. Like you feel me? Like
So that traumatic experience has left you. And we talked about this a little bit back with Miss Blackman and talking community violence and how it leaves you in a place of feeling like someone is always after you or someone's always trying to do something to you. Someone, you feel like that. And that's not necessarily always the case.
yeah,
Right?
I say like do something to me like physically because like sometimes it be like mentally too. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know how to explain it, but I know like because I know how I was before I got shot. That's all I can say. Like I know how I was before I got shot.
Yeah.
So I feel like after like yes, I feel like that makes you look at people different. I feel like it makes you see situations different. Like it's like everything when it comes to you is kind of 10 times harder.
Yeah.
Like it's like you're on 10 about it. That's how I feel. Like
PST.
yeah, yeah. And then also I feel like people don't like I don't know, people don't acknowledge like trauma like and really realize like it don't matter how long it's been, like they could still be hurting, like
Oh
they
yeah,
could still be like, you feel me, they could still be grieving, they could still be in that place that they was the day it happened.
Yeah.
That's what people don't understand. No matter how much time is on the phone, you could still be in that place from the moment it happened, like, and any little thing can put you back there
Yeah.
too.
And that's called a trigger.
Like
That's a trigger, and triggers can set you back. But that's why we do the work, right? That's why we have to be willing to talk about what we've been through. It's very important that we do that part. That's part of doing the work, and open that door of healing. And that looks scary sometimes because we don't like to talk about. We've been programmed that we have to stick our chests out, get over it. It's okay. And we don't realize that that's furthest from the truth. And then if we don't address it, it becomes part of our everyday life.
yeah, you have this like this, I don't want to say like that, but like this get over mentality.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like it's like you don't give a fuck about nobody. You don't care what's like what nobody else going through. It's just you, what you got going on. Like, and then people like nowadays people turn to drugs. So you got all this shit that you holding in, and then on top of that you taking all these drugs, doing all this shit, whatever you doing.
So when we take drugs, that's in my opinion, that's another way of people trying to cope with whatever that experience is for them. Doing our best to block out what we've been through, and that's not a good way. We got to deal with it. We have to deal with it. We have to find a way to open the door of healing and dealing and just facing what we're doing, what we've been through head on. The reality of it is this for me. I've already been through it, right? So once I started to address it and allow myself to heal from it, it no longer had control of me. Now I'm in control. I can't take away the experience of what I've been through, right? But I can be in control. I can control the steering wheel now instead of allowing it to control me. And that's where you get your power come from. So you have to allow yourself to open that door for healing and start to create the changes that we want to see and want to have. And I think I commend you as a young person reaching out to the Black Sheep, wanting to start your process of healing and kind of getting through that fear of being shot, losing a friend, will this ever happen again? I mean, it's a long line of list of things that can actually be going through anybody's head that has experienced that and been around a lot of community violence or just being shot. Anyway, do you have a relationship with a higher power?
Yeah.
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 Listen, because you got to be blessed, baby. I mean, I don't know a lot of people that could take a shot to the face and still be alive. So you definitely got to be blessed. And I'm definitely happy that you're here today.
Thank you.
Right? So you're saying, yes, you have a relationship with a higher power, and I'm saying keep that relationship. I'm saying turn more to God about what you're dealing with, because here on Black Sheep, we encourage our tools. Part of our tools is therapy or coaching, along uh, with having a relationship with a higher power is very important for us. That's how we kind of get through that door once we open it, right? So I would tell you to encourage you to continue to lean on the Lord or your God to help you through your healing process. And if you need help with that, continue. You have access. You can reach out to us. I I know you've been through therapy a little bit, and I couldn't remember. Were you comfortable there, or yes or no?
Yeah,
Or
I feel like I was being forced to go to therapy.
okay, so here on Black Shield, we don't force nobody to do nothing they don't want to
Like, I don't know. I feel like I was being forced to go to therapy. So, I don't know. And then I don't know. Like, it was like, I don't know.
do. Right.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I'm happy that you've chosen the Black Sheep to kind of start helping you through your
Yeah.
process. So we definitely gonna do what we gotta do to help you step by step. Um, we got a great team here that are a bunch of relatable people that can help you through this process. If it's not even me personally, but I look forward to uplifting you. And next time you come sit with me, we're gonna talk about we over it now, baby. We done made it. Like we over it. And now we can use our voice for more positivity and things of that nature. So we're gonna continue to doing the work here at Black Sheep. I want to thank you, Miss Lady, for coming out here and sharing a little bit of your story. Um, we still got work to do. We still got work to do. We still got work to do. We're gonna do the work behind the scenes. And then we're gonna get you to a place where we'll be able to encourage more young people.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you coming out here, guys. And listen, thank you for tuning in here on Black Sheep this week. Be sure to catch us every Friday as we drop another story of someone who's felt like a black sheep. And remember,
Can I say something after you?
don't no, say something now.
Oh, okay. No, I want to wait till you're done, though.
You want to wait till I'm done?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna wait till I'm done. But remember, the things that you are silent about are the things that I want to talk about. What else you want to say?
Okay, I just want to say, long live Zoe, and stream him. Yeah, long live Zoe and stream him, TRM Zoe, any platform. Yeah.
Long live so.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. I'll see you next time on the Black Sheep.
Bye, y'all.